Time for a crafting session. I have been gathering materials like a madman, and I'm going to go through how we craft a better crossbow than this one. With essence attack speed, T1 phys percentage, hopefully at least T2 flat phys, 6 attack skills, and onslaught on kill, and gain damage as extra physical, which is the perfect bow for this build. I've been playing today with onslaught on kill, and it feels like cheating. Feels like I've got an acceleration shrine the whole time with this crossbow because it attacks so fast. I had to put a defy gem in my frag rounds because I was running out of mana way too quick because it was firing and reloading so fast. Kind of broke my build and I don't have any mana lead. So the strategy for crafting this crossbow. We will need a base, and I've got 4 bases here. You can pick up these bases if you're patient for 5 or 6 div. Maybe you get lucky and someone doesn't know the value of one and you snipe it for a div. People tend to put them up for 9 or 10. You don't need to pay that though unless you're in a rush. I don't see why you would be. We need Perfect Essence of Abrasion, Perfect Essence of Battle, Greater Essence of Haste. And so we need this because the only way to get this level of attack speed is with this essence. The highest you can roll naturally is 19%. Fracturing orbs, and we need jawbones. So I am going to try and craft with ancient jawbones because I'm going for the highest possible tier. I think I'm willing to invest on top of what I've already invested into these bases. So these bases cost me 18-ish div. These jawbones are 2.4 div each. We need some Omens of Light in case we miss. These are also 2.4 div each. Abyssal Echoes, I believe, are around 17 chaos. We need Orbs of Annulment, and we need crystallization so that we can target prefix or suffix with our essences depending on what we fracture. And then we also, these are much cheaper, so Essence of the Abyss, Dextral Exaltation, Sinistral Exaltation, Sinistral Necromancy, they're a lot cheaper. They're really inconsequential compared to the cost of everything else. Also as a little bonus, I'm going to corrupt another constricting command. The strategy is we Essence of Haste, the base, desecrate a prefix, and then we fracture. And now the fracturing chance for us to be able to craft this bow is 2 out of 3. So I have to get quite unlucky if I miss all 4 of these. I hit attack speed on my first go yesterday, so I'm due some bad luck. Now, if we hit the attack speed, then we have a chance to craft a crit bow, but it's a low chance. The greater exalt that we hit the bow with will have to naturally roll crit. Otherwise, if we hit the phys damage, then we load up the suffixes. And then after that, it's the same. We're just annulling off the desecrated modifier and trying again with echoes and ancient jawbone. So let's get started. First of all, we Greater Essence of Haste, and you want the second mod, you want the suffix on here so that you have 3 mods, and 2 of them are ones you want to hit with the fracture. So Greater Essence of Haste, we hit the min roll, so we activate Sinistral, and we add a desecrated modifier. So I preserve jawbone because we don't know if we're going to hit the fracture. We're on prefix, and now we fracture. Alright, that's a brick. Greater Essence of Haste. We hit 25% attack speed. Sinistral Necromancy. Jawbone. We go for the fracture. That's a miss. We perfect augment. So we need 4 mods. We Greater Essence of Haste. Jawbone. We fracture. Alright, we hit the phys damage. So now I have to do a 50-50 on a perfect essence. And it actually doesn't matter which essence I do. So I can do a cheaper one. Perfect Essence of Flames. We want to hit the leech. So we do suffix and Perfect Essence of Haste. So that should 50-50 remove the attack speed or the mana. Alright, we hit the mana. So now we have a crossbow we can work with. So now we load up the 2 suffixes. So now, one by one, we're not going to reveal the desecrated mod yet because we're going to turn the gain damage back into onslaught, and then we're going to exalt prefix, and then we're going to put in battle. So we do prefix, onslaught, we prefix and exalt, T7 phys, and then we prefix battle. Okay, that hit the desecrated mod, which is actually good for us because it saves us in a null probably. So now we have 24% attack speed, 23% chance to gain onslaught, 6 levels of attack skills. And now we prefix another essence, and we turn this phys damage into gain as. We hit 27, which isn't great. So now we have full suffixes, gain as, and phys damage. And so now I'm going to hit it with Mark of the Abyssal Lord. And try the gain damage as again, because these abrasions are really cheap. And then we get a higher mod on our desecrate. An exalt, and then 50-50 if we hit again. So I crystallization, Mark of the Abyssal Lord. Then we exalt. And then we 50-50 the abrasion. Alright, we hit 32. So now when we desecrate, we will always remove this modifier and replace it with an unrevealed desecrated modifier of a higher tier. We do that with Ancient Jawbone. There we go. And now we take our Abyssal Echoes and we pray. So activate Echoes. Alright, here we go. These are no good. Alright, we missed the first go. Doesn't really matter what I take. And then we Omen of Light and a null. We Jawbone. Echoes. Roll again. 28 to 43 phys. I think I have to take it. I don't know how many more rolls it would take me to hit T2. That makes this an 869 DPS crossbow, which is about 100 DPS more than my current crossbow. So I'm going to take it. Oh, it's T4. Alright, there we go. We made a 869 DPS weapon. And I think I got quite unlucky, right? It took me 3 attempts to hit a 2 out of 3, but then I hit a 50-50, so I think 3 bases is probably about right. You'll either hit the 1 out of 3 on attack speed, or you'll hit the 50-50 if you hit the phys. The gain as extra is very important. No one seems to roll it, but it's the best mod if you're playing phys. But yeah, no one's rolled it. So this has 100 less DPS, and it's 20 div. This has less DPS, but it has crit chance, and it's 40 div, similar to my old crossbow. Yeah, at least 40 div, I think you can safely say that this is worth, because it has the 24% attack speed. And we crafted it for 25. See what it does for my DPS. HVR is the big one. Add 6k cheat DPS to HVR. Let's add it into my POB. So average damage of HVR was 159. It's now 175. Gain 30k DPS on HVR, which is significant. And it could be better. This is tier 4 phys. I can keep rolling this. I could put another 10 or 20 div into this and roll it up to T3, T2 even. See, what would this go to if, let's say we roll conservatively mid T2. And if we roll T2, we would be divining. So let's say it's like 35 to 64. That adds another 100 DPS to it if we go up 2 more tiers, which would add 18k average damage and 30k more DPS on top of what we already have. Now I don't know how many jawbones it would take me, and it's 5 div a go. We'd get 4 rolls looking at 6 mods each time. Now, do we want to see me evaporate concurrency? Are you ready? Currently worth 7 div. Oh, we hit spirit? Wow. 15 div. I can't believe I hit spirit. Kaboom. I'm so lucky. There we go. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this crafting session from last night. I am going to keep rolling this crossbow. So I have spent all of my divines except 5. And I have 11 jawbones and 10 omen of light. Come join me on Sunday and I will be trying to hit T1 flat phys, but I will probably settle for T2. I'm hoping with 60 looks at mods that I can get lucky and I can get this crossbow up to over 1000 physical DPS with gain damages extra physical, which is the perfect crossbow for this build. A 1300 DPS crossbow is not better. Gain as is the best third mod for prefixes. Thanks for watching.